Every great story, whether it's an ancient myth, a classic novel, or a blockbuster film, shares a common thread. A thread that pulls us into the heart of its narrative, compelling us to journey with its characters and witness their transformation. That thread is the archetype of the hero's journey. And when we think of a modern tale that exemplifies this timeless structure, there's one name that stands above all others: Star Wars. Since its debut in 1977, Star Wars has become more than just a film franchise. It's a cultural phenomenon. Yet, what makes it so universally compelling? What makes it resonate with generations of fans, from the original trilogy to the latest Disney Plus series? At the core of this saga, much like in the myths of old, lies the structure of the hero's journey, a narrative template popularized by the scholar Joseph Campbell. In fact, Star Wars is arguably one of the most iconic examples of Campbell's theory of the monomyth. In this video, we will dive into the fascinating intersection of archetypes, storytelling, and character development within Star Wars and explore how George Lucas masterfully weaves these ancient patterns into his epic space opera. So, let's embark on this journey together. An exploration of how the hero's journey unfolds in Star Wars and what it reveals about the nature of heroism itself. Welcome to The Unfolding Journey, a space where we explore the magic of storytelling, unpack timeless narratives, and break down the elements that make our favorite films, shows, and books so captivating. If you're someone who loves understanding how stories work and the deeper structures that drive their power, you're in the right place. In this channel, we dive deep into themes, characters, and archetypes that shape the stories we all know and love. Whether you're a filmmaker, writer, or just a fan of great stories, we'll be breaking down what makes the heroes, villains, and narratives of the world's greatest franchises tick. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this journey with us. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on all our latest content. Joseph Campbell's The Hero with 1,000 Faces outlines what is often referred to as the monomyth, or the hero's journey. In essence, it's a universal pattern found in the myths, legends, and stories of virtually every culture. Campbell breaks the journey down into several stages: the call to adventure, the road of trials, the meeting with the goddess, the ultimate boon, and so on. These stages can be loosely mapped onto almost any great hero's tale, including Star Wars. The genius of Star Wars is that it doesn't just follow this structure. It uses it as a framework to connect the audience with a rich, mythological tradition, while also telling a very personal, emotionally engaging story. From the humble beginnings of Luke Skywalker to the complex transformation of Darth Vader, Star Wars is a brilliant reimagining of the hero's journey. Let's break it down further by looking at the key stages of the hero's journey and seeing how they manifest within the saga. In any hero's journey, the story begins in the ordinary world, the status quo of the protagonist before their adventure begins. For Luke Skywalker, this is the desert planet of Tatooine, where he leads a simple life as a moisture farmer. Luke is a young man with dreams of something more, feeling trapped in his mundane existence. His yearning for a different life is central to his character. It mirrors the universal human desire for change, growth, and self-discovery. In The Empire Strikes Back, when Luke is training with Yoda on Dagobah, he experiences the ordinary world of the Jedi, an ancient order that had long since fallen into obscurity. Even there, Luke's internal struggle continues as he wrestles with his sense of purpose and place in the galaxy. In this way, Luke's journey, like all heroes, is driven by a deep desire to step beyond his current self. The call to adventure is the inciting event that pushes the protagonist out of their comfort zone and into the unknown. For Luke, this moment comes when he stumbles upon Princess Leia's message hidden in R2-D2, and Obi-Wan Kenobi tells him about the Jedi and the Force. It's a classic moment of revelation. The hero's latent potential is awakened, and they must confront a higher purpose. In mythology and literature, the call to adventure often comes as a shock, a challenge to the hero's normal way of life. For Luke, this moment signifies the start of his transition from farm boy to the savior of the galaxy. What makes this stage so powerful is that it highlights the internal conflict within the hero, the fear of leaving behind everything they know versus the pull of destiny. This is a crucial moment in many heroes' journeys, the refusal of the call. It's a point of hesitation when the hero is reluctant to leave the comfort and safety of their old life. In A New Hope, Luke initially resists going with Obi-Wan Kenobi. He doesn't want to leave his aunt and uncle, and he feels the weight of his responsibilities on Tatooine. It's only after the tragic death of his aunt and uncle at the hands of Imperial forces that Luke finally makes the decision to leave, symbolizing his first real step toward heroism. This stage of the journey is important because it shows the vulnerability of the hero. It's easy to root for someone who's confident and sure of their purpose, but it's the hesitation, the internal struggle, and the reluctant departure from the ordinary world that makes Luke's eventual transformation all the more powerful. Every hero needs a mentor, someone who helps guide them on their journey. In Star Wars, both Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda fill this role, each offering wisdom, training, and a deeper understanding of the Force. Obi-Wan's mentorship is more about preparing Luke for his destiny and guiding him through the early stages of his adventure. Yoda, on the other hand, helps Luke confront his deepest fears and doubts, urging him to let go of attachment and embrace the Force. Mentorship is a key archetype in the hero's journey because it reflects the importance of guidance. A mentor helps the hero discover their potential and often imparts essential life lessons. Obi-Wan and Yoda are the figures who nurture Luke's spiritual and moral growth, preparing him for the eventual confrontation with Darth Vader. No hero's journey would be complete without a series of trials that test the hero's strength, resolve, and character. Luke faces these trials throughout the Star Wars saga. From the rescue of Princess Leia in A New Hope to the epic battle against Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back, Luke must face physical, emotional, and psychological challenges. In Return of the Jedi, Luke faces his ultimate trial when he must confront Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. This is not just a battle of strength, it's a trial of character, testing whether Luke can resist the dark side of the Force and stay true to his beliefs. The trials push Luke to grow and evolve, ultimately preparing him for his final role as the hero who redeems his father, Darth Vader. The crisis or the ordeal is a key point where the hero faces their greatest challenge, often a confrontation with their own dark side or shadow. For Luke, this moment comes when he confronts Darth Vader in The Empire Strikes Back. This iconic scene is not just a physical battle, but an emotional and spiritual trial. When Vader reveals that he is Luke's father, Luke is forced to confront his deepest fears, his own identity, and the possibility that the darkness within him may be stronger than he had ever imagined. Luke's refusal to join the dark side represents his victory over his own shadow, his own fear, anger, and potential for evil. It's a moment that solidifies his heroism and sets him on a path of true self-realization. In the final stage of the hero's journey, the hero undergoes a resurrection, an ultimate transformation that signifies their rebirth. For Luke, this happens in Return of the Jedi when he faces Darth Vader one last time. Luke has matured, and the fight is not just one of strength, but of compassion. By refusing to kill his father, even after the Emperor urges him to do so, Luke proves his true understanding of the Force. He has learned to overcome his fear, embrace his destiny, and see the good in others, including his father. Through this act of mercy and compassion, Luke ultimately redeems not only Vader, but also himself, marking the completion of his heroic transformation. The structure of the hero's journey is a powerful tool that resonates deeply within us, as it reflects the universal human experience of growth, struggle, and transformation. In Star Wars, George Lucas masterfully used these archetypes to create a timeless tale of adventure, redemption, and the battle between good and evil. Luke Skywalker's journey is more than just a story of defeating an evil empire. It's a story of self. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hero's journey and its powerful archetypes in Star Wars, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll join our community of storytellers, film lovers, and aspiring creators who are passionate about uncovering the magic behind the stories that shape our world. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with fellow fans who love breaking down great narratives. Make sure to click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future content as we continue exploring the elements that make storytelling so captivating. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you on your own heroic journey.